when I heard this creaking sound, and the ship was turning over more. We didn't know what to do.
The world's oceans have seen some of the most amazing and terrible ship accidents in history. Big cruise ships and powerful naval vessels have been destroyed, leaving behind a trail of damage, mystery, and wonder. These disasters remind us of the ocean's immense power and the limits of human innovation. As we explore the most incredible shipwrecks, where human error, fate, and the seas might come together to tell a story of the ocean's beauty and danger. A close call. The Delta Mariners Bridge collision. On January 26, 2012, a dramatic incident occurred in Kentucky when a cargo ship called the Delta Mariner crashed into a bridge. The ship was carrying crucial parts for space rockets, making the situation even more critical. Luckily, no one was hurt in the accident. The bridge, spanning the Tennessee River, was high enough for the ship to pass under safely. However, the captain made a mistake, and the ship hit the bridge with tremendous force. The impact was huge, and a massive 322-ton hole was torn in the bridge's structure. Debris fell onto the ship, but miraculously, the crew emerged without injury. Although the ship suffered only minor damage, the broken bridge caused significant disruptions to local traffic. Drivers had to take a long 124-mile detour until the bridge was repaired, causing inconvenience and delays. The incident highlighted the importance of accuracy and safety in transportation, as even a small mistake can have severe consequences. The collision also raised concerns about the safety of transporting critical cargo and the need for improved navigation systems. Investigations into the incident revealed that human error was the primary cause, emphasizing the need for enhanced training and vigilance in the shipping industry. The incident served as a wake-up call for the transportation sector, underscoring the importance of precision and caution when carrying vital goods. Shipwrecks and disasters. 3 tales of tragedy at sea. The Italian warship San Giorgio had a rough history during World War I. Built in 1908, the ship was sent to Libya to help Italian forces fight the British Army. When the Italians started losing, the captain sank the ship in the harbor to prevent it from being captured. After the war, the British fixed the ship and planned to use it as a workshop. But in 1952, while being towed back to Italy, a strong storm hit the ship, and it sank again, ending its tumultuous career. In December 1992, the Turkish ship MV Kedem 1 was caught smuggling drugs. The ship, which had been caught with heroin in 1991, was carrying 6,600 pounds of morphine when Turkish and American authorities stopped it. The ship tried to escape, but it sank in rough seas, taking the drugs with it. The crew was rescued, but the loss of the drugs hurt the smuggling operation. This incident highlighted the ongoing struggle against drug trafficking and the need for international cooperation to combat this issue. On April 11, 1991, a huge explosion happened on the oil tanker and Haven off the coast of Italy. The explosion set the water on fire and spilled thousands of barrels of oil into the sea. The ship broke in two, causing a big environmental disaster that took over a decade to clean up. Investigators think a faulty pump cover caused the explosion. The disaster poured an estimated 50,000 tons of oil into the sea, harming marine life and polluting coastlines. The cleanup efforts were challenging, and the incident raised concerns about oil transportation safety and environmental protection. The MV Renas' devastating impact. In 2011, a devastating maritime disaster occurred when the MV Rena, a large container ship, crashed into a reef off the coast of New Zealand. This tragic event resulted in the country's worst environmental disaster at sea. The ship, built in 1990, was carrying a massive cargo of containers and thousands of tons of oil when it hit the reef at full speed due to a critical navigation error by the crew. The impact caused extensive damage, and the ship began to break apart, releasing its toxic cargo into the ocean. The resulting oil spill created a massive slick that spread for miles, killing over 2,000 seabirds, including endangered species like the New Zealand dotterel and the little blue penguin. The disaster also contaminated the nearby beaches, forcing their closure and harming the local tourism industry. The captain and navigation officer were held accountable for their actions, arrested and charged with reckless behavior and polluting the sea. The incident sparked widespread outrage and raised concerns about maritime safety and environmental protection. The removal of the ship's wreckage and debris from the reef was a challenging and time-consuming process, taking over 4 years to complete. Even after the ship was finally gone, the environment continued to suffer from the effects of the disaster, highlighting the need for vigilance and responsible practices in the shipping industry. This tragic event serves as a reminder of the importance of prioritizing safety and environmental stewardship at sea. Tragedy strikes: the fateful voyage of the Costa Concordia. January 13, 2012, will forever be etched in the annals of maritime history as a day of unimaginable disaster. On this fateful evening, the Costa Concordia, a majestic cruise liner, embarked on a catastrophic journey that would claim the lives of 32 innocent souls and leave countless others scared forever. As the ship navigated the treacherous waters off the coast of Italy, Captain Francesco Schettino's reckless decision to alter course and perform a perilous salute to the island of Giglio would prove to be a fatal mistake. The vessel's devastating collision with a submerged rock would unleash a torrent of chaos and destruction, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The ship's catastrophic listing and subsequent abandonment by its captain would unleash a maelstrom of panic and despair among the terrified passengers and crew. The ensuing hours would be marked by unimaginable horror and tragedy as the world watched in stunned silence. In the aftermath of this maritime calamity, Captain Schettino would face the full force of justice, his name forever synonymous with cowardice and negligence. The Costa Concordia's tragic fate would serve as a poignant reminder of the importance of safety and responsible leadership at sea. The disaster would also raise critical questions about the safety protocols and emergency preparedness of the maritime industry, sparking a global conversation about the need for improved safety measures and more stringent regulations. The Costa Concordia tragedy would leave an indelible mark on the world, a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of human error and the importance of prioritizing safety above all else. That fateful day, the U.S. San Francisco's brush with disaster. It was a day shrouded in secrecy, January 8, 2005, when the U.S. San Francisco, a nuclear submarine, was traveling at full speed underwater in the Pacific Ocean. Suddenly, it hit an underwater mountain that wasn't on the maps. The crash was so strong that it threw crew members around, injuring 98 of the 137 people on board. The collision made a big hole in the submarine's tanks and damaged important equipment. But luckily, the main structure and nuclear reactor were not harmed. Despite the severe damage, the skilled crew managed to keep the submarine afloat and slowly made its way back to Guam. After investigating, it was found that the underwater mountain was not marked on the submarine's charts. The captain, Commander Kevin Mooney, was removed from his position and received a warning for not navigating properly. This incident reminds us of the dangers and challenges faced by submariners and the importance of careful navigation and safety measures. The U.S. San Francisco's crew showed bravery and skill in preventing a disaster and saving lives. The U.S. San Francisco's near disaster serves as a poignant reminder of the risks and sacrifices made by submariners and their families. It also highlights the need for constant vigilance and improvement in navigation and safety protocols to prevent such incidents in the future. The crew's heroic actions and quick thinking undoubtedly prevented a catastrophic outcome, earning them a place in the annals of naval history. The ship accidents that have happened in the world's oceans remind us of the sea's incredible power and the importance of being humble. When we think about these tragic events, we remember those who lost their lives and learned valuable lessons. Each shipwreck teaches us something new, like the need for safety rules and the limits of human innovation. As we keep exploring the oceans, may these stories stay with us, helping us respect, be careful, and marvel at the sea's vastness. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to turn on notifications.